And sure enough, you look at like the pizza topping map, and there's some spots in the Midwest and out east where corn is very popular as a pizza topping. And I'm like, man, ain't no way. But let me tell you, I got to Rose City Pizza and I tried the elote pizza. Hands down, one of the best pizzas I've ever had, ever. Not one of the best pizzas with corn on it. No, 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 no. One of the best pizzas I've ever had. And I did this one thin, like I did a tavern style for that one, thin and crispy. Yeah, let me tell you. Let me tell you, Brian, you're doing something special over there. What's going on, Pizza Fam? Look, I appreciate each one of you for listening to this show, listening to this episode. Before we get back to it, I wanted to tell you about my favorite product right now, Todd's Curry Sauce. I met these guys at the Florida Restaurant Show, Pizza Tomorrow Summit, and I'm telling you, ever since I tried that sauce, I have been putting it on everything in the shop. Chicken wings, pizza, you've seen the pizzas, chicken sandwich, salad dressing. Like, we've been putting Todd's curry sauce on everything, and I'm here to give you a special deal, special offer. Go to their website, toddscurrysauce.com, use code Pizza King, and get 10% off your next order. I promise you, you only need to try it one time. It's going to be the best curry sauce you ever tasted in your life. You're going to start putting it on all kinds of stuff in your shop, even at home. I got a bottle in the pantry here at the house. I got a bottle at the shop. Elliot, Todd, I need another bottle because I'm putting it everywhere. I'm putting it on everything. So go check it out. Use code Pizza King and get 10% off your next order. Peace. Let's get back to it. All right. What's going on, Pizza Fam? We are back in the building. Pizza King Podcast. I'm your host, Tyrell Reed. And this week we are just doing a straight recap of California Restaurant Show. Had such a great time out in Southern Cali last week. Flew into LA. I thought I was going to spend the week, spend a couple of days in LA, but I flew into LA, drove about halfway to San Diego, and found myself in Anaheim, which is a beautiful place. Beautiful place, great people. It was just not anywhere close to LA like I thought. I was staying, but all in all, I'm just kidding, just kind of just having some fun with that. But I had a great time out there. I did stay in Anaheim because convention was in Anaheim, but we wanted to spend a lot of time out in the city and hitting some of the shops from our pizza fam out there, and it was absolutely fantastic, man. Just a great time, some great pizzas, a lot of good people that we were able to connect with over those few days. LA is quickly becoming one of my favorite places to visit. Not just for the food and for just for the whole California vibe. Just for the folks that we're building relationships with, and the friends that we're continuing to make on this journey. Just shout out to all the friends, all the pizza fam out there in LA. First day we came in, first stop after settling in, getting settled into the hotel and doing all those things. First stop came in at Pie Trap. Had to go see Paul's place. And Paul, good friend of ours, came on the show a couple of months back. Just had some really good insights on just systemizing your operations and what that meant for his growth, and how he's been able to really just keep the team so much tighter when it came to operating and performing at a high level, because as advertised, he is in a very tight space, a very compact kitchen, few hundred square feet. So he's not working with a lot. They're attached to a brewery, like Arrowhead or Arrow something. Anyways, they're attached to a spot. So he's basically operating the kitchen out of that place, and it's very tight. So you got to be on your game, and was able to get in there, had some slices. He had posted. It was funny because he had posted a new pizza. They were coming out with their new August pizza. Every month they do something special. And this one was called Shroomed, and it had, 2 or 3 different types of mushrooms on it with a like a white garlic sauce. Looked fantastic on Instagram. I mean, this pizza looked amazing. So I just sent him a message like, I'm coming to get one tomorrow. And I know that's easy to laugh off, but because I'm here in Tampa and they're in LA, And I'm like, bro, I'm coming to get it tomorrow because they sell to sell out. And he thought I was joking. And I showed up there the next day and he had it in the slice case. Thank God, because he really only does like 18. Was he do 18 or 20? Excuse me. He only does 20-inch pizzas to go. So you got to get lucky on what's in the slice case. So and thankfully I got there on Saturday evening, and he had some of that shroomed in the slice case, and I was so happy to see it. I still would have ordered a whole one because I was gonna try that pizza no matter what. But thankfully, he had it in the slice case, so I was able to get a slice of that. I was able to get a slice of the explosive, which is like the pepperoni and jalapeno with the Mike's hot honey. I do mine with the hot honey on the side. Not that I got anything against hot honey. I think it's a very good product, and it's obviously very popular right now. I just been just kind of easing off of it. It's everywhere. So I just did mine just straight traditional pepperoni, jalapeno, still fire. I had another one that was like a buffalo chicken out there, and I don't know what that one was called, but another fire pizza. So had two or three, excuse me, three just absolutely fire pies from Pie Trap. Crew was cool, was really dope. I dropped some magnets off in there. They showed me some love, gave me some stickers and some magnets for me to take back with me, which was all total love. I think I got it right here. Yeah, shout out to Pie Trap. That logo is just so sick, so cool. The whole vibe of that place was fun. They had, old pinball machines on one side. It had obviously the whole LA vibe. You see Kobe and on the wall inside of the bar. So yeah, fun times. Great little spot. And looking forward to see whatever they come out with, because all three of those pizzas were just fire. And from there, actually sitting there, I ordered pizza from Rose City, which was like a mile or two around the corner from Pie Trap. Order pizzas from Rose City. He had he had the elote and the al pastor pizza, and I wanted to try both of those. The birria was there too. The birria, the bidia, however you want to say it. He had that one too. I've been kind of holding back on the beef, so I just wanted to try the other two. And when I'm telling you, and I have to see if I can try to load the pictures up when I do this in editing, but two absolutely amazing pizzas. And I guess I should kind of take a step back on why I really wanted to try the elote, because somebody had sent me, I don't know how long ago it was, but a few months, at least a few months ago, someone sent me like an article or something on Facebook about corn being one of the top pizza toppings. And sure enough, you look at like the pizza topping map, and there's some spots in the Midwest and out east where corn is very popular as a pizza topping. And I'm like, man, ain't no way. But let me tell you, I got to Rose City Pizza and I tried the elote pizza, and it's got roasted corn. Hold on, I'm gonna look at it. It's got roasted corn, mozzarella cheese. He's got the tahini on there. He's got some chili, like a chili aioli, garlic, cilantro. Hands down, one of the best pizzas I've ever had, ever. Not one of the best pizzas with corn on it. No. One of the best pizzas I've ever had, and I did this one thin, like I did a tavern style for that one, thin and crispy. Yeah, let me tell you. Let me tell you, Brian, you're doing something special over there. You're doing something real special, and I got a chance, to sit down and kick it with Brian for a little while. Man, it's just great talking to good people. He's such a good dude. He's got such a great, well-oiled operation. He's using, he's using the technology in ways that make sense for him, whether it be dough ballers or AI phone attendants, things like that. He's maximizing the use of technology. He's got a great system. He's doing a lot of different styles of pizza, keeping it very very local with his flavors. It was just good talking to him. Great conversation. Really just thinking about the direction of the shop, and how he plans to move forward with pricing and offerings, and where he can offer value, and where he wants to be competitive with the rest of the market. Because let's be honest, the market is going up and away when it comes to price on pizza, especially in places like Los Angeles, which is fine, which is great and good for pizza, because everyone's committed to using better ingredients and offering high quality products and high quality pizzas for the customers. And Brian is still doing all of those things while providing a great value for the community. They had like a nice little skate park outside and, a whole park next to it. So he's got families coming in there, people hanging out in the dining room. It was just one of those cool vibes. The shop itself, very cool. All 90s Ninja Turtle theme, 90s theme and decor. Very comfortable place. He gave me a little gift to bring back here for the boys. It was like a Ninja Turtle pizza cutter. I'll show a picture of it. Super cool. Just nice of him to welcome me in, and I knew he was going to be super cool and obviously very hospitable, which is exactly why I ordered. He was like, "Oh, what kind of pizza?" I walk in. He's like, "What kind of pizza you want to get?" I'm like, "Bro, don't even worry about it. I already ordered." He's like, "What? What?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, we love pizza. No one out there needs to give us any pizza for free." And obviously I appreciate it because I know that everyone wants to be as accommodating and as hospitable as possible, and I so appreciate that. But I'm telling you, just welcoming me into the place alone is enough for me. I'm happy to support everybody. I want to support my pizza fam. I don't want to take anything away from anybody. So just if anybody else out there, look, don't even don't you don't got to give me no pizza. I'm gonna buy pizza. I'm gonna support. We're gonna tip the staff. We're gonna try to take care of folks as best we can because that's what we're here for. We're here to pay it forward. We're here to look out for each other. And I want to support. I want to order food. I want to enjoy it. I'm gonna leave Google reviews. I want to leave Yelp reviews and tell everybody how great everything is because that's the kind of time that we on. And so that was great, man. Like first day straight out of the gate, just great pizzas, great pizzas. The next day we attended the show, California restaurant show with the Pizza Tomorrow Summit Pavilion. I love going to shows, especially pizza shows, because of just the atmosphere, the whole pizza vibe, the competitions. We got to see larger stretch and box folding, and really it ran into some of our folks, man. Ran into Uncle Rico. Shout out to Rico from Uncle Rico's Pizza down in Fort Myers. Love that dude. Love that dude because it's total love every time I see him. And I'm moving around shows and trying to hit everything, and he's out there. He's traveling with the U.S. Pizza team and competing and doing a great job and really putting on for Southwest Florida. So shout out to Uncle Rico for always showing up, always having a smile on his face, always just bringing the love to me and to everybody else. He's stepping outside of his comfort zone. Like, what are you making? He was making he was doing a square, doing a Detroit, and it was just something new for him. It's not something that they offer in the shop. He wanted to put himself out there, get out of his comfort zone, and just I was watching him as he was par baking his squares, and they were beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. Shout out to Chef Juan Robles from Triple Beam. Got a chance to step off and behind the curtain and just kick it with him before he got going with his competition, and I think he ended up winning like a grand champion award or something like that. I took off because I had to go speak, had to go do my session at 2 o'clock. But man, just seeing the pizza makers, Chef Isaiah Ruffin from Pizza by Ruffin out, and I think they're out in the northwest, like Seattle or somewhere. Ran it. I think I met him last year at the show, and then kind of ran into him again this year. So continuing to make my rounds and become more familiar with all the great pizza makers out there. It's just That's just my world, man. That's my zone. So shout out to all of those folks that I ran into at the show, and even more, everybody that we talked to at the show, because it is it's becoming like a tight knit community. So I appreciate everybody for showing me some love and welcoming me. I cannot say welcome welcoming me, into their world. So, appreciate that. Then it was time for me to hit the stage. Hit the stage, did my presentation. We talked through, always it's always going to be about leadership development with me. So we talked through leadership development. We talked through how we take how we take team members from team member to shift manager
with the right mindset, with the right tools, really preparing people for the position that's ahead of them, not just tossing somebody the keys and telling them good luck. And then 2 weeks later, we regret giving somebody that chance. We don't want to ever regret giving people opportunities. We want to set people up for success. So my session was all about empowering folks to take it to the next level and then giving them the tools and the skills to succeed. So if you haven't seen me live or do one of those, try to come out. We do California show, we do Florida show. We've been applying for a pizza expo every year. We're looking to try to get out to the New York show, and even NRA in Chicago. If we get accepted, we're going to apply to all of them every single time, just because we want to get those reps. We want to be on stage. We want to continue to connect with the pizza community. So shout out to Glenn and Amy and the folks from the show for continuing to give me opportunities there. And like I told the crowd last year when I spoke in Cali, we spoke to about 10 people, and this year we had about 100. So really just appreciate just staying down, people coming up, people signing up for the show, and people engaging. We had some really good questions coming from the audience. We got a lot of great engagement. We always do something that's engaging, like the rhino exercise. Look, if you ever been and you got a rhino from me, or you got a rhino drawn in my session, send it, post it, tag me, so we can show folks what we do in those, because it is a lot of fun. So finish the session up and then hit the road again to get back out there and have some more pies, man. That was where I really got a chance to go see my boy Adrian down at Lamar Park Village from BLK Crust Pizza. Beautiful setup. Had the tent popping. He's got his 2 ovens out there. He's making dough. He had his family with him, and I like that whole vibe. I mean, you talk about vibe on next level. Go out there, because it was more than just like grabbing a pizza. This was like the kind of vibe where you at a block party. You can get some pizza. You can get a nice T-shirt. You can actually had a vegan burger from a truck that was down there. Shout out to those guys, burger guys. Just a whole vibe in Leimert Park, and that was love on a Sunday afternoon to head out there and just be in that whole atmosphere, because that was like so kickback. And the pizza was great. I had my first live shot at BLK Crust Pizza with the activated charcoal infused pizza dough. Total, blacked out crust, did a traditional cheese, beautiful pizza. He's doing it the right way. And even if you look at it like, all right, I'm gonna try it. This kind of, it's kind of cool. It's a novelty thing. No, that's not a novelty. This man is making great pizza. Great pizza. And it's worth finding him wherever you are in Los Angeles, wherever he's popping up. Go follow his page, because what he's doing is super special and super delicious. Super delicious. Left there and had to go get a Detroit style while I was there. So I went to Detroit Pizza Depot. Shout out to my guy Hunter and the team over there. Hunter wasn't there. He's in town. And look, I don't hit anybody up. I don't say I'm coming up. I'm a customer. So it's not like, oh, I'm going to be in town. No. I'm checking your pages. If you pop up, I'm trying to pop up where you pop up, or, if you're open, I'm going by the shop. So went over to Detroit Pizza Depot, grabbed a pie from them. Love that whole vibe, especially being a Michigander, right? Shout out to Hunter, who's from the Detroit area as well. And we've been vibing. We met at Expo last year in Vegas, or excuse me, earlier this year in Vegas. And him and I, we text a little bit, and we've been vibing on being from Michigan and being out here in the pizza game. And the shop was great, beautiful shop. So many just nostalgic pieces of memorabilia there. Like the Charles Woodson catch, or T. Wheatley diving over the goal line. Man, I'm a Michigan head, and that shop made me feel just right at home. We had the Red Wing stuff and just the whole feel. So, but on top of the whole vibe and decor of the spot, the pizza was off the chain. That one, I ate one slice there, and I took the rest back to the hotel with me. Tore it down late night. I was able to go spend a little bit of time with my boy Louis from South Bay Pizza, and first, I actually went by his crib. He stays in just a beautiful condo downtown LA. So I was able to go spend some time with him. We tried to shoot. We shot a podcast on the roof of his building. But here's what I'll tell you, and I haven't really said this to anybody yet, other than my wife and my video editor. But I did the best I could to capture a good episode. However, the audio was a total miss on that. And it's unfortunate because we had a great like just background with the city skyline, cityscape over there downtown, fire pit going on the roof. It was hands down going to be one of the most visually beautiful podcasts that we've recorded. However, I didn't have the right equipment. I didn't have a good microphone, and it just didn't turn out great. I was using like the little clip-on mic that I like to use around the shop, which I thought would be fine to try not, to kind of cut the background noise. It didn't. There was a whole concert going on in the park downstairs, and the clipping was just out of control. It was not good quality audio. I don't know that. I send it to the editor. Hopefully he can clean it up, and we can get some usable content out of it. If not, I'm just gonna have to go back because it was too good to let it go. And I would hate to have to just toss that good content out, because we had great conversation just about what it's like, as a second generation, pizza maker in his family. His dad spent a lot of time, in and around pizza in Southern Cal. And, from to where he is now in the shop and doing well and running it with his family. It was just a really good conversation, especially with him coming out of his shell, because he's not one that does a whole lot publicly with speaking and coming on podcasts and doing all that. Now, he is the most consistent person I've ever met on Instagram when it comes to posting content for the pizza shop. He's got those cuts and all that, and he does a really good job. And he's helped me out a lot too with how we present the pizza content on IG and YouTube and all these places where we post. He's given me so many tips and so many pointers that I have to make sure I always give him the credit for that, because he has looked out for your boy quite a bit. So we did record that. We hung out at his place for a while. Just don't know how that's going to go with getting that audio cleaned up. Like I said, fingers crossed that the video editor can do his magic and get that cleaned up for us. So we'll just hope that it works. But with that being said, I can't let that happen again. So I started doing my research. I'm like trying to figure out what can we do. So we went on and bought the Rode wireless mics so we can actually get good audio on the go and on the move. So we'll have our first chance at trying those out when we get to Atlanta next month for Pizza Power Forum and QSR Evolution Conference in Atlanta. So look, if you're gonna be in Atlanta first week of September, let's link up. I'm looking forward to hitting a few spots around town there. That's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Kind of that same vibe that we had in Cali, where we hit a few shops in a few days, so that we can really enjoy that. Oh, and shout out to Louis too, because he had actually went up the coast up to Santa Barbara, and he grabbed some pizzas from Bettina and brought them back to the condo. So I was able to have a slice. I didn't go to Bettina, but I was able to get a slice from him, and just absolutely fire pizza. I think the chef's name is Chris over there, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But I think it's Chef Chris over there. But Tina's and Bettina's. Great pizza too. So had a little bit of that, just off the counter at Louis' place. And then the next day I was able to go meet him over at the shop, and we just kicked it. He, show me what he was doing around the shop. And that was just another dope experience, great time. Spent a little bit more time at the show the next day, just shaking some hands, meeting a lot of folks. But yeah, man, other than that was it. Whirlwind trip, a bunch of just flights and delays and, craziness that comes along with travel. But all in all, just a good trip. I wish I'd had the family with me this trip, but we'll make sure to get them out the next time. Family will be with me in Atlanta though. So we'll have the Reeds popping up in some of these places and trying some pies and ATL for Pizza Power Forum. I can't even, before I go, I'm talking about Pizza Power Forum, which is put on by PMQ. Shout out to PMQ for showing me so much love on the most recent magazine. So you see PMQ came out with the August edition, and who is on page 6? Bam, there it is. It's kind of hard to see. Pizza. It says the Pizza King of Tampa. They really show me a lot of love with the feature here. It says meet the masters, the Pizza King of Tampa. Tyrell, it kind of goes into like a little bit of my story there. But yeah, go grab the PMQ. Check your boy out. Really appreciate them for doing that, because one, they don't have to, and two, it's just it's just good to get, I don't know, it's just good to have your story out there and have the opportunity to inspire somebody else with it, telling your truth. And my truth is I've learned from failure, 100%. And I failed hard. I failed long. I failed hard. I failed in all of the most expensive ways, but we've always been able to just bounce back, get back on the horse and keep going. So, here we are. Here we are 20, 22, 23 years later, and we're still kicking. We're still coaching. We're still talking about it, and we will continue to do so. And I'm going to show up, everywhere where our people are at. Our people being pizza people, wherever the pizza folks are at, we're going to be there. So, again, another another just great experience at California Restaurant Show. Just want to say thanks again to everybody that we ran into, that we talked to out there, everyone that has been kind of played a part in doing this. Shout out to Jerry Glenn, who runs the social media for Pizza Tomorrow Summit, Florida Restaurant Show, California Restaurant Show, New York Restaurant Show. She's awesome. Shout out to Glenn. Shout out to everybody that just plays a hand in running these shows and putting on a good product, putting out a great product and a good experience for all of the folks who are coming through, whether they're buyers, they're sellers, or they're learners or educators, competitors, and all. Just a wonderful experience all the way around. So, thank you for that. And with that being said, that's all we got this week. We'll see you next week. Got more good content coming on the way. Don't forget to go grab you a copy of that PMQ. If I see you, I'll sign it. I'm just kidding. I'm not on that. I'm not even on that. But yeah, if anybody wants to link up in Atlanta, have some pizzas with me, let me know. I'm there the second, third, and fourth. So let's have some good pies, and we'll see you next week. Pizza King Podcast. Peace.